What a year! In 2022, Backyard Growers both deepened its roots and spread its wings with our mission to cultivate healthy, connected, resilient communities at the heart of everything we do. The organization, supported by a dedicated board of directors and a dynamic team, underwent a pivotal leadership transition. Our founder, Lara Lipianka, decided it was time for her to step down after a decade of innovative leadership and vision. But we found the perfect champion in our new executive director, Allison Watunsky DiFiore. An old friend of Lara, Backyard Growers, and Gloucester, Allison built some of our very first garden beds before moving on to lead small-scale agriculture in other communities and earn her MBA in Sustainable Business Systems. When she returned to Gloucester with her young family, Backyard Growers was ready and waiting for her to lead the organization into a new era. As we prepared for this transition, we took stock of Backyard Growers' legacy as a steadfast presence in so many kids, families, and seniors' lives on Cape Ann. Thanks to Lara, Backyard Growers has reshaped the landscape of the city, peppering it with school gardens, backyard garden beds, community gardens, and container gardens full of fresh food year in and year out. Hundreds of households have been empowered to grow their own fresh produce. And this year, at a time when inflation has increased the cost of fresh fruit and vegetables by 8.2% at the grocery store, this kind of support is critical. Backyard Growers has been increasing food access through vegetable gardens for over a decade. Meet Stella, a longtime Pondview Community Garden Program participant who has been growing her own food with Backyard Growers and her grandson for many years.
I think it's great. I help everybody. I give vegetables, whatever, to all my neighbors, my maintenance people. Everybody that wants them can come and ask me for vegetables, and we're good. Pretty nice to watch grow from the seed or from a little plant into a big, gigantic plant. So I really enjoy it. Don't you like water in the garden? Well, that's your job.
Backyard Growers engages with kids at multiple touch points in our community, creating a generation of engaged eaters who enjoy the innately human experience of getting their hands dirty and growing their own food, developing a deeper understanding of their food system. This starts in the public schools, where Gloucester students engage with our award-winning seed-to-fork experiences in their school gardens. From salad days and fall harvest days in the preschools and elementary schools, to harvesting corn and wheat and analyzing the garden soil in middle school. Parents are our essential partners, where they help us maintain school garden beds both during the academic year and over the summer.
I first started volunteering with Backyard Growers when my son, who's now going into 9th grade, was a kindergartner here at Beeman. As a parent lead for Backyard Growers, I help coordinate getting other parent volunteers to either volunteer to harvest or to plant, also to volunteer with helping out with the Backyard Growers tastings at lunchtime. I've continued volunteering just because I think it's a great program. It's a great way to get to know folks at Backyard Growers, but also to be involved more with our Beeman school community.
The impact of these experiences on a child's entire life can't be understated, especially when interwoven with the experiences of also growing food at home. Take it from Alyssa, a Gloucester resident who started out with us in her school garden, grew up growing food in Willowwood Community Garden, and spent the summer as a paid intern with us at the same garden in her own community.
When I first started with Backyard Growers, it was probably when I was little and they started planting like lettuce and doing the smoothies and stuff like that. I loved the smoothies, especially like with the spinach in it. I never noticed that there was spinach in it. I was like, wow, there's gross stuff in it and I like it? That's weird. I first got involved at Willowwood Community Garden. It was when I was 13 or 14 and I was looking for a job and I was really excited. Working with Backyard Growers, I've learned that different vegetables take a different amount of time to grow and they also need different conditions depending on what type of vegetable it is.
Our school and community consulting practices have made these programs accessible to over 30 other school districts, and since 2021 to 12 nonprofit organizations like Ipswich Housing Authority, AgeSpan, and Salem Council on Aging. Every spring after a tough New England winter, we always are so excited to meet a new crop of gardeners. We want to introduce you to a few of the local faces who have joined our programs this year.
It's been such a wonderful experience to have all the help to grow things, including the black earth, and just watch things explode. I'm still learning. This is so wonderful because it's learning and producing something and eating it also. I made a kale soup. I just put the kale, boiled it up a little and put it in the blender and added various ingredients. So I called it my Swedish kale soup. Thank you so much. I had a good summer, very happy summer.
I didn't know the backyard grower existed. My daughter somehow knowing that I wanted to plant something because living in an apartment, there's no space to grow. I, grow this perilla that is, I've known this taste from my motherland, from South Korea. And I can't find this one. So this is my highlight of growing this plant. And I'm so happy. And every day I pick some leaves and put it over my salad and eating them.
I thought about getting a garden, and the vegetables are expensive. So I thought maybe it would be better if I could learn to grow our own and maybe get the youngest of the children to maybe eat more than corn. It's really cool in the morning just coming out and seeing how freakishly fast it grows. And it was super cool when everything was green, and then all of a sudden there was purple cabbage, and those tomatoes were really cool. Those are gonna have bacon. Those Brussels sprouts are gonna have bacon and dried cherries and Parmesan hopefully at Thanksgiving, so that will be awesome. It's our community of supporters that make it possible for us to provide these new experiences every growing season. It was your generous community giving through our 2021 GrowDown event and targeted grant funding secured by Backyard Growers that's enabling us to expand Burnham's Field Community Garden, which will grow this fall by 30%. Next spring, almost 50 households will be growing their own food in this public park in downtown Gloucester. Plus, we were able to break ground on agriculture, a new food gathering and growing space at Willowwood Gardens, a Gloucester Housing Authority property. Developed in partnership with Gloucester Housing Authority, the Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce, and artist Claudia Parashiv of Studio Full Design. In summer 2021, we led workshops with Willowwood residents to determine what that community needed in a space adjacent to the community garden that we built in 2017. And now, with generous donations from Aranio Landworks and Building Center, we're bringing that vision to life. In 2023, the Willowwood community will have an expanded food growing and gathering space to come together, connect, and share food traditions. You made that happen, alongside grant funding from Essex County Community Foundation's Creative County Initiative, the Amelia Peabody Foundation, and more. Backyard Growers is firmly rooted in the Cape Ann community, and with your help this year, we've been able to deepen those roots while spreading our wings to other communities, poised for growth. A gift to Backyard Growers has a direct impact on our community, and we can't thank you enough for helping us empower more kids, families, and seniors to grow their own food. Please donate today at backyardgrowers.org.